One-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.
Oh my gosh, is that not the cutest thing? That's my little Chandler from 3 years ago, and I am so glad that I captured his voice. Hi, I'm Christina with MyPagesTalk.com, and I am so excited to be here to show you how to capture, preserve, and decorate your sounds of the season. So, do you remember what you sounded like when you were a kid? I don't, but I'd sure love to. My sister and I developed the Speakin Up 30-second voice recorder after kind of a light bulb moment, you could say. I was sitting on the couch one night with my little son Chandler, and he was only 2 at the time, and I would always ask him these 3 questions, and he'd always respond to me the same way. I would say, "Who do I love?" And he'd say, "Me, Mama." And I'd say, "Who are you?" "Chandler." And I'd say, "How old are you?" And he'd say, 2 and a half. And right then and there, I thought, would it not be the coolest thing if I could take that voice and put it with my favorite photos? So that's when Speakin Up was born. So we did a little bit of research, and we decided that we needed to store that message on an actual memory chip. And it also comes with this slide-out battery tray, so you're not going to have to worry about damaging your page or project underneath to replace those batteries. So I wouldn't be a real scrapbooker if I didn't love really cute things. So the Speakin Up recorder comes with this white acid-free paper cover, and there's so many ways you can decorate it. So today we're going to be making this little Delaney ornament, and it was named that because this is my little Delaney that the ornament's all about. So to get started, you're going to take your blank Speakin Up recorder, and we're going to put some acrylic paint on it. Now, a lot of people will use a plate, but not me, because it makes extra mess and extra time. So I just put the paint directly onto my brush, and I just go ahead and paint right over the top. Now you can start at this end where the speakers are not. That way, by the time you get down to the speaker holes, you're not going to have to worry about a lot of paint getting down inside. Okay, so once we've got that all covered, we're going to set it aside for just a second to let it dry. Today I'm working with these great embellishments from Lasting Impressions. Everything coordinates really well, so it's going to make this project go really easy and smooth. So the first thing we want to do is cut a strip of paper that's the width of the recorder, which is about 2 3/4 inches. And I'm just going to tear a little piece off depending on how high I want the paper up on my recorder. Now we need to have a place to press that play button, because that's what we really want to do, is hear this. So we're going to go ahead and lay the paper down where it would go on the recorder. We're going to then use our thumbnail or a little popsicle stick, and we're going to feel through for where the play button would be and just make ourselves a little guideline. I'm going to then take my standard hole punch, it's just a 1/4 inch punch, and I'm going to punch out that hole following my guide. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this oval shaped tag, and I'm going to kind of just fold it in half just so I know about where my half line is. You don't want to stick it together or you won't be able to hook it onto your paper. So we're just going to squeeze it right here to the top of the paper, and this will be our little tab where we'll put the initials. So today I'm going to be doing the Delaney ornament, so we're going to go ahead and stamp a D for Delaney and a T for True. Now once that's done, we need to attach the paper to the recorder. So attach the paper, we're going to use the Memory Runner XL from Therm. I like it because it has this little protective door here, which helps protect your tape. And also, if you'll notice, I'm making a little check mark motion when I'm done, and that way it gives a nice clean break. So let's just go ahead and line it up here with our little play hole and put it down. Okay, I love to distress because it's something you can do a lot or a little. And I used to just use my husband's sandpaper, and then I found these cute little sanding blocks. He wouldn't be caught dead using them. Okay, so I'm all done sanding, and so now we're going to attach some ribbon so that we can hang this from our tree. I also want to attach some ribbon to the front just because it makes it look cute. Okay, so to do this, I'm just using some regular tape, and we're going to go ahead and first hook it down here on the back. So since I haven't recorded my message yet, I don't really want to cover up my microphone hole, so this way you'll be sure to get a really nice clear recording. Now like I said, we're going to make a place where we can hang this from the tree. So I'm going to do the same thing again and just attach some ribbon on either side at the top. Okay, so once we've done that, let's go ahead and flip it over, and I am going to use this small piece of ribbon that I've cut to add a little bit more texture, and I'm just going to slide it under my piece here and tie a knot. Now if you have long tails, you may want to go ahead and cut those off with some scissors. Okay, so now we're going to use another one of our Scrappy tabs. And I'm just going to use this long shaped one here, and I'm going to apply it down here in the corner underneath my play button. I'm going to let it hang a little bit off of the side just because I like that look. And once that's been done, I'm going to place the word memories from the Scrappy rubs over the little tab and onto the green paper. Okay, so we've got the letter on there. Now let's add some flowers. I'm going to pull this one in that I've already started on, and a great way to use your flowers is to put some brads through the center of them. That way you don't have to worry about covering up the hole. Okay, so to attach the flowers, I'm going to be using Zots, and I like the small size for something of this size of a flower, just because that way it will hold it on there really secure, but you won't have any glue peeking out from underneath that could get attached to other items. I'm going to go ahead and just attach it right here on the top. Now if you'll notice on this final one, I've went ahead and stamped the year. It's really important to remember what year you captured that recording. Let me show you how it works. The record button is placed on the back along with the microphone hole that I showed you. And here on the side you have an enable and disable switch. That way you can protect your message from unwanted deletions. So when you're ready to record, you're going to go ahead and slide this switch up to the enable position. And it's also clearly marked on the back. So you're going to pull it in and you're going to press down on this play button. Did you hear it beep? It's recording me talking to you right now. When you're done recording, it will beep again, or it will beep if you've reached the full 30-second record time. Let's see how it sounds.
This play button. Did you hear it beep?
Not so
it's
cute.
Recording me talking to you right
Let's
now.
pull in the Delaney ornament and see how she sounds.
You better watch out.
Much better.
You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you.
Now you can stop the message at any time by pressing the play button. Now wait, we don't ever want to lose that message, right? So what we're going to do is go back to our enable disable switch, and we're going to move it down to the disable position. Now what about hanging the ornament on the tree? We don't want all that ugly stuff to be showing. So what I've done is I've cut out a picture of Delaney, I've added some rub-ons, and then I've applied it to the back. That way the record button is out of sight, out of mind. Okay, so what if you don't want to paint on your recorder? Well, we have a solution for you. Use your favorite stamps. So I'm going to go ahead and just use a blue ink because I want to do a winter theme on this recorder. Now one of the great things about stamping on a recorder is it's a completely flush surface. So you won't have to worry about not getting the perfect impression each time. Okay, so now that we're done stamping, I'm going to set this aside and show you what it's going to look like when it's almost complete. I've used a lot of the same techniques that I used in the ornament. I placed the paper, I tore it, I felt for my play hole, and then I've applied some ribbon and no two alike as a stamp. Now you can notice I put some gems on here, but I thought it might be kind of fun to show you something else you can do. I'm going to apply a gem directly to the play button. Then to finish it up, I went ahead and got some magnet strip tape, put it to the back, and what a great gift to send to grandma or a friend to let them know how special you think they are. Okay, so we've done ornaments, magnets. Let me show you some more. So sometimes when kids get a little bit older, their voices aren't so cute and fun to hear, but they still have a lot to say. So on this scrapbook page, I had my daughter Lexi write down her most favorite Christmas memories. And then on the recorder, she actually read them. So it will be a great treasure down the road because I'll be able to see her writing and hear her voice. Another great way is to attach the recorder right to a frame. It makes a great gift and the person that you're giving it to can hear it any time that they want. Okay, so let's say you don't want to be quite so serious and you want to have a little bit more fun. Why not make a recorder that was a while you were out recorder? Who wants to write everything down anyway? As long as the enable disable switch is in the enable position, you can record as many times as you want. So, hey kids, do your chores. Okay, so getting to these little mini albums. This is one of my favorite ways to incorporate the Speakin Up recorder. On this one, I went ahead and stamped, and I've actually done a little bit of embossing. For the message on this, I went ahead and interviewed my little Delaney, which is one of my favorite things to do. Let's take a listen.
What's your name?
Delaney Kaylin.
How old are you?
4.
What's your favorite food?
Cucumbers.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A teenager.
I love you.
I love you.
So now that I've shown you some of my favorite projects, what are your projects going to say to you? See you next time.
For step-by-step instructions on how to create this week's project, download the design guide featuring special make-it-your-own bonus tips.